Howdy, howdy. It is that time of a good old Monday stream that I'm trying to stay in the habit of doing. We are doing more Kings of... Excuse me. We were doing more Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. I plan on doing this game until I complete this game, be it main story, whatever side quests we do along the way, and DLC, because Re-Reckoning has DLC. So let's go to the library. Let's get some game sound in here. There we go, there we go. Beautiful. Alright, awesome. Let us continue. Where we last left off, we are continuing the main story. We delved into a dungeon with our fate reader friend. Yes. What's your name? Agarth. Agarth. And we're killing kobolds. Fantastic as always. I love getting hit by grenades. How have you still not killed this dude? There's someone in this corner over here? Yes. Somehow combat was not heard by the compadres. You know, games will do what games do in regards to logic. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I know I did. I bought Fallout New Vegas, and I am going through it for the first time. I hear it's a fantastic game, and it's a game I plan on going through at least on my own for the first time, so that I can experience it how I feel it should be experienced. After that, I might stream it. I don't just click take all. I always do it, every game. I'm like, maybe I won't take everything. And then I take everything. Make up your mind, woman. Played Dungeons and Dragons last night, every Sunday night, every Tuesday night. It's pretty darn fun. Thought of some more character ideas. I'm going outside my comfort zone. So what I usually play is I usually play a full spellcaster. That involves either going sorcerer or warlock. That's what I love. Currently playing on the one Tuesday I'm playing bard. The bard sorcerer. Eloquence bard sorcerer. And I alternated Tuesdays. Oh, I thought he was dead. I am playing a Blade Singer wizard. The concept of a Blade Singer intrigues me. I can't get to the other body. Oh, we leveled up. It intrigues me, and I want to try it, and I want to try to get my AC as high up as possible. I have very squishy health as a wizard, so we'll see how this goes. And then Sundays I play a Drake Warden Ranger. Owlin, specifically. But, as you can tell, I usually go full caster. All magic. Whole 9 yards. I can't unlock that yet. Uh, there's gonna be these things. Sure. What was I saying? Got completely distracted. But an idea I have is to play a centaur. Well, one of them. So I either want to try a cleric or a paladin next. Specifically with paladin, I want to try Oath of Ancients. I was thinking maybe doing a centaur with that build. I don't know what background. And then maybe a cleric or merfolk. A cleric. A dragonborn or merfolk cleric. And then maybe I also I've been wanting to try the wildfire druid, so I was thinking maybe a satyr for that one. Just interesting different things. What is this? But that's what I've been thinking about. Very, very interesting. Tomorrow I get to play as lovely Dorado in one of the DM's games for Tuesdays. She is my Divine Soul Sorcerer Eloquence Bard, and I love her. She is a lady who knows what she wants. For sure. She's a very sexy lady.
We're almost there. Or at least as far as I can take you.
But we finished fighting a dragon in Dorado's campaign that she's in. So we're gonna wrap that up, get all of our goodies. Oops, excuse me.
This moment. I'm sorry, my friend. This is as far as I can take you.
Mind my flay blades? Oh right, I got daggers. I thought I saw flay blades. But they are daggers. Right, I picked the shadow and whatever. You know, fire me to push. Oh, almost 100.
Another victory! I'm still alive. He was supposed to... Do you have any idea what you've done? What sort of power you're playing with?
So I'm special. I changed fate.
You absorbed everything he was, everything he would do. You changed the weave of destiny itself. Because of you, there are deeds he won't do. Children of his that won't be born.
The world is better for it.
Victims that won't die when they were supposed to. Right now? No, you probably saved both our lives. But there's no way to tell what larger changes you've made in the fate of everyone around you. You are much more dangerous than I thought. We need to get you to the theater of fate right away.
I don't know, man. There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong indeed. Watched got a lot of good movies this weekend as well. What did we watch? Bullet Train? Bullet Train is really good if you have not seen it. We watched Moon on the Orient Express. If I've ever seen that. Still good though. Knives Out. Super good. Got The Northman as well. Haven't watched it yet. It would be my first time watching it. Yeah, I think. There's not enemies down here, are there? I don't think so. I think this place is relatively empty. I could go down the side chambers. Explore everything. Leave no stone unturned. I have been meaning. One of my goals this year is to hopefully, we'll see how things go, run my own D&D campaign. I've been playing D&D for a little over 4 years now. It's I wouldn't call it an obsession, I would call it more of a passion. It's my hobby. Besides gaming, of course. I don't know, but this is gonna be bad. Nah, we won't even try. I don't want to deal with curses. But one of my hopes for this year is that I'll be able to DM my own campaign. I did a one-shot during a charity live stream that I did with my whole Dungeons & Dragons group. And I've been... I'm getting stuck in talking, so let me talk real quick and then I'll focus. But I've built like my own world, I've created the map, I've named cities and towns, I've created a bunch of NPCs, I like have some of my... Excuse me, there's a hair on my keyboard. There we are. I have created adventurers to wander the world for them to encounter. I have created spots of interest that they could possibly see and whatnot. I have created cities and towns and capitals and continents and eras and all kinds of stuff. I have some antagonists or villains, however they develop. I have created a lot of things, and I so desperately want my friends to experience what I have created. I want to see them explore it all. I want them to enjoy it. I want them to explore it, see what my world has to offer. Oh, what is that? I'll be able to do that this year. But, like I said, we'll see how things pan out within the group. See if I get that chance. He's running ahead of me. How dare he? Get back here. This is my story. I am the fateless one. I ran the whole way to a door.
The theater of fate. I never thought I'd see it.
Places in this game are so grand. He got stuck. I saw that he got stuck. Come on, Argoth. runs away. Get back here! No? I'm trying to remember controls. There it is. There's my sprint. Oh, right, it's not staircase all the way up. Ha ha. Memories kicking in.
We Fate Weavers never fully understood the power of this place. Seems there's a lot we don't understand.
Ugh, the music in this game is so good.
Scum? Gods, I should have brought another bottle.
I hate these things, I hate these things, I hate these things. They get too close. They really mess me up.
No surprise that Niskaru found its way to this place of power. Everything about these ruins is dedicated to this room, and at the center of it all is the Destiny Stone. With it, the Fae taught the Fate Weavers the answers to the deepest mysteries of fate. Put your hands on the stone, and maybe we can find answers to your own mysteries.
Mayhaps.
This temple was built by the Arathi, and it's been here as long as recorded history. But the Destiny Stone was made by the first Fate Weavers. The legends say that they drew on ageless wisdom to build the stone. But with our order so scattered now, it hasn't been used in years. Just put your hand on the Destiny Stone. It'll show me where you fit into the tapestry of fate.
Okay. Broke it. I broke it.
The Destiny Stone came apart at your touch. And all around you, the tapestry of fate, unweaving itself. And there at the core was the Codex of Destiny. The wisdom that the Fae used to help the first Fate Weavers understand the nature of the weave. Don't you see what this means?
I destroyed your toy. That I broke your fate rod.
Yes, yes, it is. And from what I can tell, you're the one changing it. With every breath, you're changing how lives begin and end. The way the Codex of Destiny came to you out of the stone. That's got to mean something, too. But I'll be damned if I can read this thing.
This means I'm unstoppable! No.
As dangerous as an open flame. You could help people or destroy them entirely. When you get involved, there's no grand cosmic plan. Only freedom and all the dangers that come with it. And that means I owe you, Wait. What's that? Purge the abomination!
Tuwatha! There's Bestie. Let's see her and Argoth are both besties.
This looks like some fun.
Bong. Oh, such good music.
Who are you?
I'm beginning to think that these Tuatha don't like you. Now why do you think that might be? After all, someone who can change the fate of the world. Who wouldn't want you?
I'm messing up your eyelashes.
I'm not sure, but they're very well informed about your location. They came straight here from Didenhill. but they're not nearly as interesting as you. Especially now that they're dead. Now it's my turn. Why are you here? Ha! Knowing the future is for fools. Who reads the end of a book before it's time? Save your attention for the present. Like that codex you found? Our scholars thought those were all gone from the world. But you're just full of surprises. Good luck understanding it. That's Fey knowledge. They don't even have a written language. The stone is simply embedded with what they know, unseeable to mortals. Normally, I'd suggest looking in Issa, but the Fae are not fond of unexpected guests. But don't look so sad. There's still hope. When you're ready, meet me at the House of Ballads. Be on your way.
Whee! I gotta move their bodies.
We can't trust her. Never met a Takalfar who'd give me a straight answer, even with a sword at their throat. Present company accepted, of course.
I was gonna say, I'm with that
But she wasn't wrong about that codex. Just be careful doing anything she suggests. Meanwhile, we can't just ignore the Tuatha that are tracking you. We need to do something about them. She said they came through Didenhill, didn't she? They don't belong in these lands, so they probably left a trail wide as an Eden's backside. Meet me there, and we'll track them down. Maybe we can find out why they're after you. Or at least how they can find you so easily. I've got some final rites to perform before I leave this place. Good luck.
Thanks, man. Ooh, mouse is the Toro. Ba 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 da 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 da. What quests do I have? What quests do I have? Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 da ba 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 da 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 da. Oh, this game's so good. Ba 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 da ba da 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 da. I sprint and run like no other. I'm just gonna turn it off for now. We'll see how this goes without it. I don't want the eyelashes to be messed with anymore. And I know it's the shield that's doing it, because when it moves the camera outside of the shield, it's fine. So I'm trying to just... That's the wrong thing. Bum 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 bum. Where is he? Oh, he's sleeping.
These are Shine and Shadow? I was sent to recover artifacts of importance, not simple weapons. The Templars are going to think me a fool. How am I to return to them with these? There's like to be more dignity in returning empty-handed, rather than bringing back such a small trinket. If you want them, they're yours.
Thank
And
you.
I suppose I promise compensation in return for your service. I can't say I'm happy about it, but here's your coin. Now, leave me be.
Thanks for the money. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. No, not the Cheetos. Oh no. You can hear me crunching. I'm so sorry.
Castellan Delphric has given you a solemn task. I hope you conduct yourself appropriately. Dead? Each and every one? Well, you certainly rose above the call of service. You've earned your pay, and then some. Sworn to war.
Aww. Ooh. Okay, trying to figure out what I want to do next. I guess I could pick up the travelers from over here. Hold on. DLC. I think I always do the hunters hunted first so that they will stop tracking me. It just makes sense, you know. Sorry for the crunchies, I'm hungry. I think there's a star camp, a moon camp. There's 4 camps. Let's go.
The dust of the road rises to meet you, Wanderer. Welcome to Star Camp.
Yeah, I think it's star, moon, horse, lightning, storm maybe. I think the Fae are always so interesting.
We are many things, but what the travelers are to most are thieves. We follow our own way. You are young among our number. I would not color your perceptions of the Hierophant with my own. This
Sorry,
place
leader.
has been walked by many, and this copse was hollowed ground once. We maintain it. When others feared to even speak to Fae, Grim came and introduced me to the travelers. Ever since, a more stalwart ally I cannot think of. I am Kilgaren. I am unfamiliar with the title the Knave of Coins. But as I understand, it grants me responsibility for this camp and its travelers. I know the lands and shadows and winding paths the travelers use. I heed no law or creed of property. For that, I am given leadership. Then Grim has appraised you and found you of worth. But there is another you must appease, our guide, the anonymous Hierophant. Go to the Hierophant shrine in our camp and pray, as all travelers must. We have many freedoms and one chain. A traveler lives by his or her hands and guile. You must do the same. Trader Haydn sells items to supplement these skills if you need. Travelers have clever hands, but they are useless without the Hierophant, whose eyes guide us, a gift upon which we've come to rely. To receive the Hierophant's visions, we are commanded to pray at their shrines, and there are many who readily comply. May the road rise to meet you.
Hello, all you people.
What?
What?
The shadows precede you.
Okay.
What prays before me? An eddy in the river of fate, a cacophony in the song of Amalur. Your presence is unnerving, but you have come and prayed, and honored our creeds. You wish to make yourself a traveler? Then ask me for my portents. For true trust, for true compliance, the Hierophant must have no weakness, nor fault, nor lapse. In other words, the Hierophant must be no one. The price to admit you is great. It will take 3 treasures to balance the burden. First, there is a noble Elfwig Grilrikas staying in Dyden Hill. Steal his medallion. Then, in the nearby mission, claim the pall of the dead Saint Edric's. The last are Drog's toothpicks. We have contacted their owner, Gunnar Frode, to buy the items, but you will steal them instead. It is the rather valuable bauble of an old noble family. Rather mundane, but worth much coin to us. The daggers used by the fabled Jotun Warmaster Draug, though they were not his weapons as the name suggests. It is the burial shroud of Saint Edric. There are many collectors of relics who hunger for these artifacts, and pay dearly for them.
I think I'm remembering something about the travelers in the Hierophant, but I don't want to voice them aloud just in case it spoils and I'm right.
Yes, some final warnings. Elfwig Grilrikas is a fastidious man. He will not suffer an approach, he can see. The pall of Edric lies in his tomb, which is under many eyes. Wait until none are near before you claim it. And last, Gunnar Frode is shifty. He will not have the daggers on him or near him. Be warned.
Let's see here. I have to go back to Dyden Hill anyways. I still haven't gone back to...
Ah, the castle. This tells me that your tavern will be a part of Loch Dyden for decades to come?
Last month you told me that the plague would take us all.
I know, but that's not what fate says anymore.
Damn it, Agarth! You're cut off!
Back, you imbecile! These robes are woven of Canarok gossamer! You won't touch them!
Wait, hold on. What? Okay, we're gonna save the game real quick. I don't know a damn thing about this guy.
No Grilrikas should ever have to deal with one as base as you. Be gone!
How do I...
This is the 3 lamps. Plague's put my own grey in the healer's care, but we're open nonetheless.
Right then.
I forget how
It's
to
your
deal with them.
fault that I can't pay my tab, you know? I wasn't ever supposed to come back here in the first place. I've spent the last 20 years knowing what fate had in store for me. And then you... Damn it. I thought I had my life figured out. I know. It's just... I wasn't always the man I am now.
This lady's
In my
hair is
youth, I
running
was
over.
quite the warrior. I fought beasts the size of trees, was celebrated by mortals and fae alike. When I was initiated into the Fate Weavers, I thought it was a reward for my good deeds. The first time I saw my own fate, I realized it was nothing but a curse. My own death, of course. But not a hero's death as I had always dreamed. I was going to die alone and unknown, killed by an Etin and used for stew. It was a terrible end, but I knew it was part of fate's greater plan. Then you came and changed that future. You stole my part in the tapestry. I was at peace with knowing the worst. But what do I do now that there's nothing to know? You're right. My glory days don't have to be over. And as long as I'm around you, I don't know how my story will end. That means I've got to make sure you stay around in one piece. Maybe this old trinket from my youth will help. After all, I don't just owe you my life. I owe you my future. Why, I once tracked a Yeth of Avgrun on a moonless night by smell alone. Fey or not, I could have tracked those Tuatha sober. They've set up in a cavern north of town, complete with some way of scrying your location. That's how they found you so easily. I have a plan, but it'll take the both of us to work. These soldiers were sent out with one purpose: finding you and making sure you stay dead. Everything else, the Well, Arden, Hughes, have all been collateral damage. They're using something big to track you. They call it the Eyes of Tirnoch. Smash it, and they won't be following you anymore. The main entrance is heavily guarded and will require a strong attack. The other route is trapped. It'll need a subtler approach. I don't have an answer for that. I can't imagine what about you made Gadflow send his troops across the continent. Good, good. I'll charge in the front and get their attention. You slip in and smash the Eyes of Tirnoch. That way we'll make sure they can't escape to report back to whoever sent them here. Good luck.
I don't know how to get him from him. Beats me, dude. Well, I'm stuck on that, so we'll do this. The Travelers is usually one of the last factions I do anyways. he didn't do shit.
This is their escape route. It'll have traps, but few guards. You might be able to use their defenses against them, if you're clever. I'll distract the guards at the front and make sure none of them escape. The Crystal War, they've been calling it. 10 years ago, the Winter Fae turned violent and attacked us in force, calling themselves the Tuatha Deum. They say it's their sacred duty to cleanse the mortals from their lands. Naturally, the humans and Alpha who live here aren't so happy with that plan. It's been going back and forth for years. Where there's war, there's soldiers nervous about their fate, and that's where I come in. We'll be attacking their camp from both sides. We can't have any of them escaping to report back. Gadflow is just some trumped-up Fae who started hearing voices, I gather. But a crazy with an army is still a threat, sure enough. The eyes of Tirnoch are two immense Prismere mirrors. Long as the Tuatha have them trained on you, they'll find you anywhere. The Destiny Stone showed us the tapestry of fate. But your power must have consumed it all. Everything except the wisdom at its core. The Codex of Destiny. The mine has a main entrance and an escape tunnel. The main one is heavily guarded, and the escape is heavily trapped. I saw them bringing Barghests down in cages, probably still being trained. Turn the beasts free, and I bet they cause some chaos for you. The Immortals inscribed their knowledge of fate into the living stone. I always thought it was a poetic way of talking about the theater, but there it is, in your hands. Keep it close, child.
I always forget that Argos is older than our character. I was thinking he's like around the same age.
Whoever that Aelin Shear is, I don't think she's our enemy. If she wanted us dead, she could have killed us while we were weakened. But she's still trouble. Reminds me of a dark elf who left me half naked and tied to a Barghest once. Now those were the days. Thanks for giving an old man another chance. It's good to know I've got a future again. And even better not to know what it is. Just go inside and find those scrying mirrors. Don't worry, I'll be coming along to help. Good luck. I'll see you inside.
Give me one quick second here, guys. I have so much money. I did not realize I had that much. Oh boy, okay, let's see here. ba ba. Boo 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 doo 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 doo. Excuse me, good sir. What are you doing? Ugh. They're doing great. Eyeball. This guy's still sitting here. Oh, now he got up. Doop. Doop. Okay, this is a little loop around. I'll figure it out, I'll figure it out. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That was almost perfect. Leave that one down.
Over here, you Tuatha bastards! We're here.
We're here.
Not until you smash those mirrors. It'll keep them from tracking you all over Dalentarth. Good luck.
The undying mortal has grown tired of running, has he? Decided to fight back? Can you tell me the difference between a creature of nature and a child of dust like yourself? We children of nature know our roles. Meek and mighty, prey and predators, life and death, all serve the cycle. You children of dust do not know your place. You come into our land. You come to face your hunters. And you don't know when to die.
You can't stop me, nothing can. I don't know who you are.
You shall learn.
That's the most offensive thing.
In time, all mortals will know the might of Gadflow. Blessed herald of the merciful Tyrnarch. All mortals end, even if some are more persistent than others.
At least the Tuatha won't be able to track you so easily now. But it looks like you've got the personal attention of their king, Gadflow. If you were anyone else, I'd suggest you start running and not stop for a few years. But you might just have a chance. You're a mortal that survived death. You exist outside of fate. The Fae do not deal well with change, and you represent a threat to whatever has driven them to this war. And as much as I hate to say it, you'll need to take Aelin Shear up on her offer of help. The Codex of Destiny should hold some answers for you. For all I know, you already met with her at the House of Balance. But it sounds like she's the only lead now.
I am not.
We should be able to get out this way.
Yeah, let them have at it. Bum 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 bum. Ta-da! Is it up? Maddie, no, it's not. Okay, it doesn't really matter, but this is the most direct path. Okay. A lone bugger. Okay. Not this. Gets going swinging. There's a face. Oh, these places are so cool. Oh, yeah, I got you so cool.
Is this Wenson's idea of humor? Well, you look hardy enough. Won't botch the tale of Bloody Bones too badly, I suppose.
How pink your hair is.
I'm curious as to how Hallam expects you to bring me back from the edge of the Great Cycle. But that's his problem, not mine. A close companion he was. A true
Battery
brother
critical.
in your mortal understanding of the word. I trusted him.
Battery
I had to,
critical.
as he played such a vital role in my most memorable song. Is there any other way to view the warrior who saves your life time and again? The Duke of the Cursed Fomorians, Slayer of Pombero and Protector of the Mabinogi. But you may call me brother. I have fought with the lords and ladies of the Court of Enchantments for 3 seasons. My skills with the blade and in the bed know no equal.
Charging battery.
Charging battery.
You dustlings have a similar concept. I believe you call it death. But there is no elegance in your mortality. No poetry. Those of my kind perish, only to have their magic pass on into the great cycle, where it returns in kind, reborn into a world that welcomes such new beginnings. I've always known my place has been among the heroes of the court. What other outcome could there be for one so deserving of adoration? They are Almain, settlers from the west, searching for a place to plant their flag. Poor creatures. I've never seen such terrible luck. Camped just outside Uduath, right in Bloody Bones' warpath. Better they had cut their own throats. A kinder fate. Let me be truthful with you, Dustling. I've never seen Bloody Bones act so erratically. He cares nothing for the story, as if he craves a different outcome. Instead of spiriting away a young mortal maiden, he took an entire camp. Men, women, children. It's mad, and certainly not part of the tale. And I thought this ballad couldn't get any worse, considering my impending demise. Well, let's get this over with, shall we? Onward.
Onward and upward. Okay, so the things with sprites is you want to defeat the champion. Oh, there's sprites in there. Oh.
Could be anywhere.
Pale Rex. Okay. Has it reconnected? That's offline. Okay. Back online for that. Offline, but on. Why is it? Okay, so it's saying I'm streaming. Am I though? Yes. Okay. We're back. We're back. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I don't know what happened. someone tried to talk in the chat, and the whole thing just crashed. Sorry about that. If the person who is no longer there wishes to return, please do so. I don't know why it crashed when you tried to return, but here we are.
May
Matharu bless us. Hell yeah. Alright, Blue Bones.
So the witch was right. Help has come from Safarara the Fair, who flounders in the puddles of Uduath. Such a champion should never lose his way, not in his own song. You, new knight, leave now, forsaking the last prisoners, and I will share with you my knowledge. How I came to change things. Stay, and you'll have nothing but corpses. They are safe, but while mortals have no cares, they also have no time. I can keep them here in Uduath for as long as I wish, until they are but dust. Oh, I don't know who she is. I don't care. What concerns me is power. The power to end this pitiful design. In every song, the summer champion triumphs. His enemy falls. How long has this been the way of the telling? This existence. It is not a life. It is not a death. It is a snare in which I have struggled for centuries. No more. That's true. My intent was never to do harm. All I want, all I have ever wanted was love. Not to be alone in my eternal grief. Fine. The prisoners are free to go. But you shall take their place. You shall be Bloody Bones' new desire.
Nice. Speed him up, corner. Beat him up, beat him up, beat him up, beat him up. Oh, there is a spike champion.
Well done, Sagwell. You have proven yourself worthy of the name. Hallam's trust in you was not misguided. I don't know what to make of Bloody's tale, but it has the ring of truth to it. We must return to Wenson and tell him what we've learned here in Uduath. Keep moving.
I leveled up. Why would I keep moving if I'm leveling? Okay, let's figure this out. What do I want? I could also summon something. 25 in each, okay. Oh, let's see if these are better. It was just beginner after all. Me again. Sprint.
Welcome.
The hero returns. I am relieved to see you well. What is happening? First Sagrel, and now Bloody Bones. These are shocking developments. Listen, Hallam and I have been discussing what transpired in Uduath. You are needed for a very special quest. A song of your very own. You must travel to the home of Tenwa, also known as the Librarian. It is an important journey, not without its perils. I know little about the Librarian. Only that she and Hallam have spent many seasons studying the ebbing tides of magic and how best to preserve our balance. She is an odd creature, quite aloof and reclusive. From what I've heard, she enjoys the scholarly arts of men, with all their brittle, ink-stained quirks. Do not rouse your mortal worry for Hallam. He has left the court seeking answers to our many questions. He will return in time. If someone is corrupting the songs of this great house, Hallam will find them. He is the storyteller, and he knows our ballads better than anyone. Go to Tenwa's cottage in Haxi. She will be waiting for you. Retrieve a ballad from her collection of fey cairns. It is called The Hero and the Maid. Bring it to me, and guard it with your life. Its worth cannot be measured. I do not speak of magic with a knowing tongue, but I do know that the persistence of fey songs is eternally linked to the enchanted lore stones in which they exist. When mortals began to use magic to create, change, and even destroy their own lore stones, it was decided that the ballads of the Summer Court needed better protection. The cairns are a new kind of lore stone, Hallam's way of keeping outside influence from affecting our stories, from corrupting them as the days pass and seasons transpire. The library is a collection of special lore stone called cairns, in which are kept the greatest of Summer Court ballads. As long as they are safe, so too are our songs. The library was not Lord Issa's idea, but the inspiration of Hallam the White. He created the cairns and cast the spell that protects them. The world is changing. Everyone knows it, even if some choose not to accept it. Even as Summer Court magic weakens, our library of lore will remain strong.
Library of Lore. It's against the law.
Our cottage stands in the gap between Yolvan and Haxi, southeast of here. It is an isolated spot. Safe.
Safe. That's what they all say.
Tenwa is expecting you.
That's there's this quest one here.
Glynel, I assure you it's an ancient codex, just like in the tales.
Intriguing. And why would such a thing be revealed to a child of dust?
And here I was beginning to think that you'd never show up. This is Glynel, lore master of the House of Ballads. Give the codex over to him, and he may have your answers. The Tuatha are a radical sect of Fae within the Winter Court, led by Gadflow and his insane rants about their new god. They've taken power and declared war on mortals. They use raw prismia to enhance their power, and their devotion borders on madness. But the most terrifying thing to the Fae is simply the fact that their siblings have changed so completely. You haven't been around much, have you? The Tuatha have been pressing west from their home in Alabastra. Right now, they're only threatening my people. But if we fall, the Tuatha will turn their eyes to the other mortal races. The Summer Court, or the Seelie Fae if you prefer, embody the growth and energy of nature, but they can still be as aloof and uncaring as a brutal summer day. The current High King of the Fae is Titarian, the wisest of the Summer Court. While Gadflow has undermined the Winter Court, he tries to keep their cycle in balance. The Winter Court, or the Unseelie, embrace the destruction and decay of nature. They aren't evil, but they aren't exactly the best of friends. Normally they share power peacefully with the Summer Court. But since the Tuatha have seized power, there is neither peace nor predictability.
That's fair.
Titarian isn't quite what you'd expect from the High King of Summer. But he hasn't got the arrogance of his cousins, or their cheer. Ever since Gadflow killed the High King of Winter and started the war, Titarian has become distant and melancholy, and blind to the dangers around him. We've known for a long time that Prismia crystals allow us to store and focus magical power. The gnomes use it in their grander inventions, when they can get it. But we have no idea how Gadflow got a hold of so much of it. It makes his Tuatha the most dangerous army I've ever seen. The Fae do not have a written language, so their tales are their lifeblood, their history, and their future all in one. The House of Ballads is where they enshrine these legends and celebrate them, time and again. Lionel's one of the greatest balladeers amongst the Fae, and the most learned lawmaster you'll find outside of Issa. And as it happens, he owes me a favor.
Why does he owe you a favor,
None of
Alan
us could have
Shear?
foreseen the rise of Gadflow and his army, but we should have, and now we're all facing the price. A close friend once told me, strive to be whatever you want to be. Fate might be a lie, but if it isn't, then worrying about it won't change a thing.
It won't change a thing.
For a long time, they were content to keep to their play of the summer and winter courts.
They will know.
Now we fight Gadflow and the Tuatha for our very existence.
They will know, like, comfortable, like, headset. Doesn't hurt after a while.
We are the charmed, the subtle, and the inspired. In happier days, we were the loftiest of the mortal races. We despise open war. But for decades, the Tuatha have been at war with us, pushing into our lands and forcing us to take up arms. The Codex of Fate is no simple law stone. It's more subtle and complex than any mortal could comprehend. But a law master of ballads may be able to interpret it. I'm a woman of many talents, And we're all taught that we must use our talents for the greatest good, right? Lore Master Glional has devoted centuries to the study of lore and ancient Fae stories. The codex you found isn't just any lore stone. Just talk to him, and I'm sure he'll be able to shed some light on the issue.
Maps.
The only way.
You must be Lady Shear's friend. He speaks very highly of you. An occasion rare enough to be worth recording in its own right. But let's see this codex. Oh, nothing. This is no mere lore stone, you know. The Codex of Destiny is distilled knowledge from the High King of the Fae, given to the first Fate Weavers. To have such knowledge in your hands is a tremendous gift, but why did it reveal itself to you? Nonsense. All children of dust have a story that is written before you see your first dawn. Now, I can only make out some parts, but this is odd. The Codex speaks of an exception, a void, an end to the endless. This is simply too much. The High King would never pawn such absurdity off as wisdom. I'm afraid I cannot. This simply cannot be the true Codex of Destiny. It must be nothing more than a very impressive forgery. It speaks of impossible things. Changes to fate, death of the immortals, and other heresies. To ascribe these lies to the High King would be treason. I would thank you to take your codex away from here. I will have no part in these lies. Every creature has its story. The wake it leaves behind in its travel. That is a telling. It is a narrative of defeats and victories that give every life meaning. Our Fae telling goes on from creation deep into the hidden end. Until then, we celebrate the small songs, the ones that celebrate the spring in which we find ourselves. For you, tales are naught but a reminder of your inevitable decline. But for the Fae, our tales are eternal reminders of our truest selves. Here we celebrate the very heart of our kind. The greatest of our tales, reborn and relived. The role of the storyteller is the most important to the Fae in the Court of Summer. He watches the telling as it unfolds. His gaze is not on one ballad, but all of them. As antiquarian, I'm keenly aware of the lesser ballads in Fae telling, and do my best to ensure that they're not lost in the wide river of time. I'm keeper of the Echo Stone here in the House of Ballads. It has only come to us recently, but I find its purpose most fascinating. He is an offense to our people. He upsets the natural order, and his war breaks the cycle. I will speak no more of him.
Let's
We
speak
are the
about
story
him,
that is
please.
told in every age, with different words, but the same meanings. We are the blazing summer and the brooding winter, forever following one another. We are as we have always been and shall ever be, no more and no less. It is a new relic crafted by several of our most attuned Fae mages. Usually the notion of new repels me, but in this case, I can't help but feel a spark of curiosity. The Echo Stone can be used like a lore stone to experience past narratives, stories that have long since left the lips of their tellers. However, one can only use the Echo Stone if he has the right matching cairn, a magical key devised by Hallam the White himself. All of us in the Western Feylands are subjects of High King Tatarian. Our presence maintains the natural balance, bringing the green of spring at winter's end. It's had a meaning to it, only its author could tell you. His wisdom is above us all, even the lords and ladies of the House of Ballads. The High King guides us in all the grand telling of the Fae. Do not bother me with such foolishness again.
Lionel spends his life cherishing old stories, but show him something truly new, and he dismisses it.
Oh, excuse me.
Tragic. First of all, we ignore this fool. Most Fae aren't comfortable with change, and you are certainly something new. I'm afraid that only one person will really be able to help us with the Codex, the High King himself. It will be difficult. His court is in the city of Issa. Very few mortals are permitted in its gardens. I do know one individual who can grant you permission to enter, but you'll have to meet him alone. Nirelem is a private person, and he carries a grudge against me, although perhaps person isn't the right word for him, nor is him. You'll find him in southeast Dalantoth, at Caer Nirelem. Just head towards the giant tree, and, well, you'll see. Nirelem is the oldest living mortal. He remembers the time before even the Fae called these lands home.
Oh, I'm
They
sorry.
cherish him. He rarely grants an audience to visitors. His tenders say he knows the future as well as the past. It makes him very particular about what he says. That old coward. He may have lived 100 heroic lives, but he's lost the moment he faces something truly new. Pathetic. That codex isn't just a complicated lore stone. It seems to tell a tale most Fae don't want to hear, and created by High King Tatarian himself, no less. Interesting. You'll have to meet him on your own. I'd accompany you, but Nirelem and I have our disagreements. Good luck with Nirelem, and ignore anything he says about me.
Alright, what do we want to do? I don't know. I can do this now too. Let's continue doing the house of ballads. And spin. Ba 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 ba. Ah, fish people.
Welcome. Do come in. You must forgive my lack of hospitality. The Maid of Windermere and her minions have left me in a bit of a situation. Creth and Airmer could offer no remedy, but perhaps your mortal ingenuity will prevail where others have failed. I am Tenwa, formerly a knight of the House of Ballads. Many seasons ago, I was asked to give up my post and come here to work on the Fae Cairns. Hallam has trusted me with protecting the catalogue of legendary summer feats. I guarantee that every song is sung as it should be. She is the Witch Magware, sworn enemy of our great house and Enchantress Supreme. She will do anything within her power to win the love of our brave King Wenson. As it is now, and as it has always been, she preys upon the wild and stupid to reach her goals. But something is different this time. She is growing ambitious. They were designed by Father Tair, a mortal, and I worked with Hallam the White to fashion the enchanted cairn shell itself. Quite a discovery they are. It took more than a season to conceive of, and then create the first working cairn, but it has been worth all my efforts. Our songs of summer are safe, for now. It is a form of magic new to our kind, a creation of our own Hallam the White. It is what he and I have been doing here in the library these past few seasons. Lorestones have become a common magic among the young races. They are readily made, changed, and defiled. We Fae need a new currency of telling, a new way. The Echo Stone and the Fae Cairns are the latest in a series of experiments, as Hallam and I seek a way to protect and perpetuate our greatest songs. Surely you know the songs of Sir Kreth and Sir Aermer, faithful friends and knight hands who recovered the Sword of Ryderk. Ah, but it's likely you know them from Two Knights and a Troll. That is certainly their most popular ballad. They were here only moments ago, and I sent them after the villain who did this. My hopes for rescue go with them. The Great Collection was commissioned by Lord Isa himself, but it was Hallam the White who championed its creation and who crafted the Fae Cairns. As long as the library and its many cairns remain, the songs of summer will have a place in this world, being sung again and again for an eternity. The maid paid me a visit this past evening. She and her accomplice, Nyx the Troll, stole my most prized cairns. All that work, and for what? With what I know, I should have expected an attack. Even this imprisonment spell, it is the same she used in the Ballad of Two Knights and a Troll. I can't recall the counterspell, of course, as that cairn was stolen. You must get them back, mortal. All of them. Especially the one you came for. As in his ballad, Nyx ran when he saw Kreth and Aermer arrive. He is clearly under the maid's curse and may be doing her bidding. He ransacked the cottage and made off into the night, his gigantic arm piled high with Fae cairns. My Fae cairns.
Oh no, my leg fell asleep. Oh no.
It is a tale of what happens when one wishes to become something he has not. In this case, the subject of the song was Nyx the Troll, a loathsome, pitiful brute. As a jest, the Maid of Windermere enchanted Nyx into believing he was an ordinary man. He attempted to settle in a quaint mortal village to predictable disaster. When the knights Kreth and Aermer arrived, they treated him like the man he longed to be. They challenged Nyx to a gentlemanly duel and slew him in fair combat. Her nearest lair is Sunder Caverns, where her minion Nyx makes his home. It is a craggy pit in Haxie, east. See you soon.
Yeah. Retrieving the cairns might be the last thing we do. We'll see what the time brings. If I keep following this, will it lead me back over here? I'm going to say yes, but we'll see. Nope. I'm past the fish people.
Hello, mate. Glad to see someone else is still out and about in these woods. The mountain trolls have been out of control lately.
What's his face?
My war-sworn brother, Jory, was killed by them while we were trying to take care of the threat they posed. Poor bastard. One of the trolls is still hanging around the camp we made out here, so I can't even retrieve Jory's belongings. Sworn to war, we are. Swords for hire. Not a bad way to make a living if you know which end of a blade to hold. Foul brutes. Unbelievably strong. Twice as strong as everyday rock trolls. And now they've come to Haxie. When you come across any, try to get in close. The belly is where they're tender. Slip a blade or two in there and they won't be on their feet for long. We came through training together. No one could outdrink Jory. One time, I remember he actually managed to... You know what? It doesn't matter.
Bastard's dead. Hell of a time we had, though. He was one of the good uns.
Good uns.
We were here fulfilling a contract to take care of the Haxie trolls for Shieldring Keep when things went south on us. We thought we would be fighting your common rock trolls, but turns out this place is infested with mountain trolls. Things all went to hell out here. I hope you can lend a hand. Pledge Shield of the War-Sworn Order. Jory Dace was my sword brother. Came to Haxie to fulfill a contract, but by the gods, we didn't realise what we'd find.
Oh, excuse me.
The forest is in ruins. The trolls are up to something bad, and we can't stop it alone.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Kill some bloody trolls. Contract was to clear the wood of them. Of course, we didn't know the infestation was this bad. We were caught off guard. Jory paid with his life, and I'll be lucky if I can ever swing a blade again. Gut the bastards, mate. Finish what we started, and I'll give you what remains of Jory's sword as reward. I'm a pledged shield of the War-Sworn. I'll take contracts and odd jobs in their name. Shieldring Keep is my home now, and I consider myself lucky to have found such a strong family within the Keep's walls.
Then the Keep's walls. Alright.
All of them. I think there are 5 wandering the surface, including one at our makeshift camp. The contract was to clear the forest. Do that and I'll be able to return home with honour. Try not to die.
It's not my plan. It's one. Oh. You okay, game? Is this the way I want to go? I think so. We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. through as much of this cave as we can.
Well, well. You truly fit Hallam's description. It's nice to finally gaze upon the new Sagril. I am Sir Airmer. This is my companion, Sir Creth. Ah. Welcome to Sunder Caverns. If you've come in search of the Maid of Windermere, I must disappoint you. She's nowhere to be found. He is my shadow, always there when I need him, and his courage never falters. We are one. When ballads call for Sir Airmer, Sir Creth will be close behind. I am Sir Airmer at your service. My oath-bond brother and knight-hand Creth and I were the knights who returned the flaming sword of Ryderk. I believe that there is no higher calling than the House of Ballads. We are all that stands between glory and complete anonymity. It was the fabled blade used to beat back the Balgan during an incursion many seasons ago. Creth and I still argue over which of us the blade truly belonged to.
I think this is one of the few Fae that I can say are actually good looking. Airmer is actually a good looking Fae, in my opinion. His goatee with his hair and his voice and the way his face is structured, to me it's attractive.
Oh, you wish to know about the storyteller? Ha! Not even I know the ballads of Hallam the White. His telling is the most secret of all, and he's worked hard to keep it so. Well, that being said, I have complete trust in his judgment, even about you. You too? Well, I managed to find one, but there are plenty more. The maid had them. She was here one moment, but gone the next, as is her way. She did leave behind her old ally, Nyx the Troll, to give us a bit of trouble and slow our pursuit. Creth and I have fought Nyx more times than I dare count. You could say he's an old friend. If you're interested in joining our little hunting party, feel free.
Don't bother me. I'm not your brother. Not yet. Fight well, and perhaps I'll look upon you with fresh eyes. Oh, I could kill him if I wished to. But that is not how the song is sung. Have you any other stupid questions? My true name is Trek, and I am the first and only one to have acted in the role of Sir Creth. He was the sternest of heroes. He had no taste for pageantry and decorum. Airmer and I have sworn allegiance to one another first and foremost. When his sword draws blood, mine is soon to follow. It has been so for seasons. It is no fell trick to find yourself one of the chosen few. It is not a jest or a game or a trifle. It is a responsibility to be undertaken with dread caution. No dustling has ever fallen in with the ranks of the court. So far, our banner has fallen. Goodbye.
Fuck you. Goodbye. Oh, I got stuck on my stone. I'm doing great for myself. Hold on. I'm coming. Ah. Neum. There we go. Isn't that working? Curious. unbattled those. It's rough. So sexy to look
We didn't expect to see you here. I imagine Tenwa has something to do with this.
Alright, this is where we will call it for now. Alright, well, sorry for the crash in the middle of the stream, but I hope you enjoyed your stay, whoever has stayed. I will be at this again on Wednesday, starting at 6 and going until 8. And then tomorrow, over on my friend Joe's Nerdiverse channel, I will be playing Dungeons and Dragons as my character Dorado, as I spoke of earlier. Alright, awesome. Well, I hope everyone has a great night. I hope everyone has a great week. And bye-bye. Do 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 bum bum bum.